After 272 regular season games, 12 playoff games, one last one on the NFL calendar, and it happens tonight as EA Sports welcomes you to the Super Bowl. After all the hype, it's finally time for football. It's Super Bowl Sunday. And off we go on EA Sports. That one over the back line of the end zone. The touchback means the drive will start at the 30. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. 18
Run now for the rookie out of Georgia. And a nice run there on 1st down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2. He will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
And he's going to be brought down behind the line. This defense fired up to start the game. It'll bring up 4th down.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking 1st down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
This will be returnable from his own 15. And some nifty running on the return. Picked up some good yardage before he was taken down. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Now the first carry for the Rutgers Scarlet Knight, Isaiah Pacheco. And showing a little versatility as he takes this one forward up to the 34, a pickup of 9. Second and a yard. Once again, it's Pacheco. And he's going to get it. 1st down, taking this one up past the 40-yard line.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Like 13, like 13.
A give here to Pacheco. And they'll have it across midfield, down at the opposing 46-yard line.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
Like 46, like 46.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And this will be a short pickup down to the 45. Linebacker Ernest Jones ends that play. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Like 13, 14. Diamond.
On the carry, it's Pacheco. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down.
Like 54.
Throwing is Levis. He lets one go. Looking for Shaheed.
I could sit up here all day, Mike, and we could talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved the touchdown along the way.
So on 4th down, the Titans turn it over to Ryan Stonehouse to punt, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. And the D closes quickly. He's stopped after a gain of a yard. Tavondre Sweat there on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9. He'll look to throw. He's got his man, the tight end, David Njoku. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Back to throw. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And he'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. I think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
They'll go with a counter on 1st down. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. Good running there. He's got the 1st down inside the 30.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass. You can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
He'll get in behind his blockers, get forward for a pickup of 3. Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there on the stop. So, 1 quarter down here on Super Bowl Sunday. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. And we're back to South Florida after this. They face 2nd down and 7. Now this time they'll look to throw. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they don't necessarily even have to see the running back in the check down. They can just feel him. It allows them to keep their eyes downfield, allow their tight ends and wide receivers to continue to work open. In this case, nice job by the quarterback getting that ball in his hands and letting him do the rest after the catch.
And he will score. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
Nothing is our score as this kick is sent into the air. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
Right 5-4.
The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6.
49, right 49.
They'll stay on the ground and stay with Pacheco. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
Here comes 3rd and 6. To throw is Levis. Down the field, it's caught on that left sideline. A big one there on 3rd down, good for 26 yards.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Here's 2nd and 6.
Here we go.
A handoff to Pacheco. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
The big guys in the middle of the defense, Mike, the defensive tackles. So often they're asked to do the dirty work. Keep the blockers off the linebackers. Let them run around and make all the plays. But in this case, this guy's able to shed his blocker, make the stop, and keep it to no gain.
Hey, 24, Linda, back to me. Hold on, like 90.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
On for the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. This from 45 yards away. Aubrey's kick is good. And the Titans are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
This taken in at the 8-yard line. A good return as he takes it across the 30. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Second and 7. They'll look to throw. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
7-3 is the score. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Back for more on Super Bowl Sunday after this. Here's 3rd and 7. The Titans will use the first of their timeouts. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? He'll drop to throw. Open man, left side. He's got it. His first catch of this Super Bowl. And good for the first down.
And that's an important conversion, not only because it keeps their offense on the field, and now they can go down and see if they can steal some late points. But either way, worst case scenario, Mike, if you're the offense here, you want to possess the ball going into halftime. Don't give your opponent a chance to go down and score on you. So big pickup there. Now we'll see if they can turn it into some points.
And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll stick with him again. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
On third down, they'll throw from the gun. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. His second grab on this drive, good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a first down.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
Now a timeout Rams, that's number 2. Clock is stopped for 26 seconds until the break. Second down and 3. Working from the shotgun, he'll hand this one off. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Where a defender makes his tackles tells you a lot about his abilities. And for an interior defensive lineman, Mike, to make plays on the outside of the formation just speaks to his speed, his effort, his ability to run down the line. And we saw it here, and he takes the back down for a loss.
And he'll take it down to the 22, but they've got it. That's enough for the first down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Jaime Fairbairn coming on to try the field goal. This one from 39 yards out. Fairbairn's kick is good. And the Rams go out to a 10-3 lead. So we are at halftime here in the Super Bowl. And for the final time this year, we send it to Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. 2 quarters left in the NFL season as we decide a champion. Back underway here at the Super Bowl. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, come on.
They'll start on the ground with Pacheco. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
Like 54.
They'll run with Pacheco. And he'll move this ahead for about 4 yards. The big defensive lineman, Vita Vea, on the stop. Here's Pacheco. And he's going to have a first down. Good run down inside the 45-yard line. He'll run right side with Pacheco. And this time they are ready for him. He'll be thrown for a loss. No big gain that carry. It's second down.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Now, Levis. Oh, a loose football. One of his teammates is there to pick it up.
Now, obviously, there's never a good time to fumble the ball. It's probably the thing that teams stress the most is ball security. But it makes it a little bit easier knowing that your own team was able to fall on top of it, and at least you can maintain possession.
Third and 6.
29 down, 22 leader.
Levis. Open man is Shaheed. That's complete. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick as that ball is coming out. This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's second and 11.
Zero.
Here's Levis to throw. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
They come to the line needing 11 here on third down.
Mike 54. Yeah, Mike 54. Out on.
Levis to throw. That is caught side of the end zone. Rashid Shaheed. Touchdown, Tennessee.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure. And I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. This is fielded inside the 5. Now an opening past the 30. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. First and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He'll throw it left and has his running back. 16 yards on the game and a quick first down.
A running back that can be used in the passing game is a handful for these defenses. And you can tell this offense, they're not shy getting this guy the ball. And I think the rest of this game, they're going to continue to see, hey, defense, do you have an answer for this guy?
Now he'll run.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
Here we go, set, go.
Now, faking the give. He'll take a shot here. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete.
If you're going to give your guy a chance for a jump ball in the end zone, you better make sure you put that ball in the right spot. That seemed to me like the defender had a better chance at it than the receiver did.
This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line.
On, 929.
On the ground to start the drive with Pacheco. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Second down and 8.
Here we go. Tonight.
Levis to throw. And he'll be taken down. They get him back at the 5-yard line.
That sack almost became a game-altering play now for this defense. Now, while it didn't exactly happen, they're at the point now where if they can force a punt, think about the field position they'll be able to give their offense when they take the field.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long.
24. 23 window.
On the handoff, this is Pacheco.
This is a spot you just love to be in as a defensive player. I mean, you've got him backed up so far, you're not really fearing any play call, let alone a run. You sit a couple of guys back, keep the ball from being thrown over your head. Everybody else track the ball, comes up well short.
The Titans sending out their punter, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. This brought in out past the 20. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. They'll look to set up the screen here. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. The screen works for 10 yards and a first down. One quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. And Sunday Night Football continues after this. Here's a handoff out of the gun. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. And that's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
He's going to air this one out. This is intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And the Titans are going to get this back at their own 34-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
They'll come up here, first and 10.
Right 13, right 13.
Now Levis. Fires left sideline. That is complete. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
Now a give to Pacheco, running right. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Once again, it's Pacheco. Pacheco, first down and more. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
That's a heck of a run right here, Mike. Tie game, 4th quarter. Everything's on the line. Can you win in the trenches? Can the threat of that run continue to balance off the pass? And that's a big gain there as they try to go take this lead.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And a minimal gain there, down to the 20. on second down. Levis gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
A massive play here. Late tie game, third down. A give here to Pacheco.
Well, this sets up a big call here, Mike, on fourth down. You find yourself in a tie ball game with the ball. Do you decide to keep your offense on the field and try to play for 6? Or are you content coming off the field, taking the lead by 3? We'll see what this coach decides.
Just under 2 minutes to play on Super Bowl Sunday. We're back to see this one wrap up after this. So, pressure kick coming now for Brandon Aubrey. This to grab a late lead. This kick is good. They move out front and take the lead here in the fourth quarter.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the fourth quarter.
This will be returned from the 6. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. This is 1st and 10.
19 tight. Let's go. 60
They'll drop to throw. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Going for it all. That is brought in. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 71 yards. Touchdown, Los Angeles. A beautiful combination in the air there, the pass downfield, and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
454, right 54.
Throwing is Levis. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Diamond. Hey, like 13.
A second down throw here for Levis. He's going to let this one go deep. And that could be the dagger. It's intercepted. And he's going to be out of bounds, but he has his offense set up in great field position inside the red zone.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Hill brought in motion. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And they'll stop it. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yardage, but they didn't gain any here. And now it's going to be third down.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
And the Rams are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
This is the moment in the game, Mike, where it really matters to have a run game. You find yourself winning here late. You want to try to run the clock out and finish with the ball. And boy, do they ever. Give credit to this offensive line and running back. They came through when their team needed them the most.
And the Rams have done it. They are your Super Bowl champions. On the podium, it's Commissioner Goodell. He again presents the Lombardi Trophy to the Los Angeles Rams, the champions of Super Bowl 62. So that'll do it for another spectacular season of the NFL on EA Sports. For my partner, Greg Olson, and our entire crew, I'm Mike Tirico. We'll do it again come the fall. Till then, so long from the Super Bowl.
it.